Here's something different. We've swapped the windy and rainy UK for Christmas for somewhere different. We're here in Malta. So the reason we decided to come away for Christmas is my daughter Alice, she's gone to, where is it? Oh, she's gone to Nigeria to be a bridesmaid for a friend of hers. And we thought, well, why not? Let's do something different for change. So after a lovely Ryanair flight where we all caught colds, we've decided to sort of come to Malta and see what it's like here. Never been to Malta. Look forward to having a look around. So first things first, exploring the capital city of Valletta. Okay, so if you're coming to Valletta, Malta, here's a couple of travel tips. 1, avoid Ryanair if you possibly can. 2, don't bother hiring a car because it's a grid system and the streets are either going to be like this, which is residents only parking, or like this, which is full of tables and chairs. It's a lovely place, but there's really no need for a car. And this is one of the reasons we didn't hire a car in Valletta. Quick way down, isn't it?
Yeah, vastly better than stairs.
Oh, nice quick journey from right up there to right down here. One of the places well worth visiting in Valletta is the cathedral. They certainly love their bling. Another place to visit is the Palace of the Grand Master of Knights of the Order of St. John. Nowadays it's the President of Malta's pad and a museum with the snappier title of Grand Master's Palace. So this is the armoury. Now I've always thought I'd look good in chainmail, but I think the evidence probably says something completely different. Now you'll have noticed that Valletta is surrounded by large fortifications. It's severed from the rest of Malta by what's known as the Valletta Ditch, which runs from one side of the peninsula to the other. Today it's used as a public space and for car parking. How the cars get down here is a completely different question, I guess. Malta is about 2/3 the size of the Isle of Wight, so how come it's got these huge, totally out of proportion defences? Thanks to its strategic position in the centre of the Med, it's had a turbulent history of being invaded and fought over by its neighbours for many centuries. The Ottoman Empire invaded in 1565, and after they were ejected, various European powers clubbed together to build the defences, and thanks to having a large, safe harbour, a naval base. The last person to capture the island was Napoleon in 1798. His occupation was short-lived, lasting less than 2 years. We captured it in 1800, much to the delight of the Maltese. If they had to be ruled by someone, we were their preferred option. An old tradition still carried on today is the daily cannon firing from the saluting battery. In the past, the guns were used to notify people of the opening or closing of the city gates, and as a time signal for ships' navigators. Today, there are firing ceremonies at midday and 4 p.m. Whoa! All clear as well. Underneath the saluting battery is the Lasaris war rooms. There are several ways to get into them, but we managed to choose the most difficult. Oops, more steps. Serious steppage to get down to this place. Originally, the tunnels were built in the 1500s as slave quarters. They were extended in the Second World War to be a secret British military headquarters charged with coordinating the defence of Malta, plus British and US operations in the Mediterranean. It was an interesting visit. What I got from it was that although the tech we had in the last war was not as advanced as the Germans, we were considerably more inventive in how we used it. Well, it's Christmas Eve and we're planning on having a Christmas dinner, so we're off on the ferry later on this morning to go shopping for our Christmas din-dins. We have brought Christmas pud with us though. Someone's dressed for the cold. Well, that's quite seriously powered. Oh look, It says Marks and Sparks there. Familiar name. How's this for a room with a view? Marks and Spencer's Cafe. But we can eat outside with this sort of a view. So it's Christmas morning and this is the view from outside our apartment. Well, Ross has made it up, he's on his computer. Okay, Christmas dinner. We were going to be having chicken, but we took one look in the shops, didn't like what it was. So there's some beef in the oven. So my chopping board is a plate and there's no plug in the sink, so I've got to use a bowl. The potatoes are possibly not the best, but let's have a go anyway. Oh, and there's no potato peeler, so it's going to be done with a dinner knife, I think. Whoa! So there we go, one Christmas dinner with cranberry sauce. Happy Christmas! So it's Christmas Day afternoon, just had our dinner. Now you'd be surprised how well that beef and cranberry goes together. We're going for a little bit of a walk. Mary's not coming. Oh, she went a little short way but decided that she's got a horrible cold and wasn't going to go too far. Me and Ross, we're going to walk down to the end of the island, see what it's like and, well, get a bit of exercise really after that rather nice dinner. What's the name of this street? Is it Republic Street or something? Yeah, we think it's Republic Street. So what's open on the Christmas Day? Some of the restaurants are open and grottle shops. We've reached the end of the island, we think, so we're just going to have a look around and see what gives. Apparently we can go down the stairs, says Ross, so we'll give it a go. It's very strange, those beach huts over there. They're a bit like, I'm not sure if it's meant for holiday makers or it's actually a shanty town. Half looks like the set of Mamma Mia down there, but is that just me? I think me getting too close to the edge of that is a bad idea, isn't it, Ross? Don't you fall off it either. What's in there then?
It's an escape hatch.
Probably someone's kitchen, you know. Looks like a boathouse or something. Oh, there you go. Boom defence, whatever that means. That'll be some fortification. A bit like Kimmeridge in a way. Oh wow. This is a causeway which takes you to the lighthouse. And we're also in the windy side of the island. There, splattered. So we head back and see if we can get back the other way?
Yeah.
Before we get any wetter. Well, we've walked off our Christmas dinner, so we're going to go back and do what you normally do on Christmas Day, which is eat lots of chocolates, have some beer, Christmas cake and Christmas pudding and loads of festive telly. And the other travel tip for Malta is these things, public transport. Trying to walk up steps and film and not kill myself. So the object of the bus journey was to go to the three cities. Now, opposite Valletta, you've got three cities. We picked the middle one, A, because it seemed the most interesting, B, because we just happened to be right for a bus. All the houses around here are adorned with these enclosures. Me and Ross were wondering what happened when they became decayed. This is quite a good example. The wood's knackered, so obviously they're going to do what they've done next door, either turn it into a Juliet balcony, or they're going to rip it out and rebuild with whatever materials fashionable this week. Or just turn it into a balcony like that one. Sort of quite dramatic with the sunshine and shadow. A bit more of that rainbow up there, Ross. It's coming this way. This huge block of stone is Fort St. Angelo. Don't think we're going to go inside there, would you? Just going to have a look, not give them any money, and walk back again. There's some serious cash around here. I love that road built into, or whatever it is, built into those buildings. However, the rain's caught us good and proper, so we're standing like drowned rats waiting for the bus back. Next day, Ross and I took a bus to the first of the three cities, where we met a group of my favourite people, influencers taking over the place. This lot are having fun taking photographs of some poor girl. I think she could do with a coat on. So we're going to do a bit of exploring of island number 1. It's called Isla. How imaginative. How did that get down there? Oh, I think I know where this is. From the other side you see this as a sort of like a sloping avenue. From this side you see it as a load of garages, but admittedly garages with a view. So the garden's on the end of the island. Hopefully the YouTubers have gone. Seems pretty YouTuber free to me. So, why is there an ear on that? Inquiring minds want to know. Some weird eyeball thing. We saw the 4 PM gun from the other side of the harbour. Whoa, there you go, I think that was that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Slightly less impressive. So another day, another bus. Okay, got to get to Zone C. What is over the road, is it? Trouble with all these windows with all these ads on is when you're inside you can't see out the flipping thing. And we're quite glad we didn't have a car, because if you're staying in the city there really is nowhere to park it. Next time I think we come, we probably will hire a car and stay outside the city. But the number of Chelsea tractors you see around here is precisely 0. Beautiful, it's like a sort of late spring day in the UK. And that's where we're going, the ancient walled city of Mdina. I'll do a bit of history about this place when I get home, but it's an absolutely stupendous day today. Oh, that's pretty. What she's going on about. Oh look, people who have never seen stocks before. Obviously not been to Corfe Castle. It's really rather nice, this sandstone stuff. Sort of reminds me of a village in Somerset. I'm going to guess by the people standing on the wall over there, there's a view to be seen. Oh. So danger, do not fall off wall, there's a thing. Like, why would you fall off the wall? Everyone seems to be using this building as a photo stop. I don't know what them flowers are, but it sort of strikes me as out of season. Maybe they shouldn't be appearing in December. It's going to be a while getting through there. It seems a bit weird having snow-covered wreaths here on a day like this. It's definitely a shirt sleeves and t-shirts job. I don't know if we've been to this square or not yet. And just to rub the point in, 28th of December or the 29th, forget which it was what Ross said, but look at this, people eating outside in the courtyard in the sun. And it's quite good value for money too, which is even more surprising. So we've done Mdina, had a lovely long lunch. And what's the thing you do after that? Yep, train spotting. In 1883, a line between Valletta and the old capital of Mdina was opened, with the station to the east of the fortress. A decade later, it was decided to extend the railway to the barracks on the west side. The way they decided to extend was by digging a tunnel right under the fortress. There's a few remnants of the railway around Mdina, so Ross and I decided to start at the barracks and try to follow the line to see what's left. So we have decided this is definitely the railway bridge. It looks rather like it as well. So the road follows the line of the railway, goes straight down here, and then it goes straight through and under the castle. So we're heading down the track. I'll shove this selfie stick over the wall, see what we can get. We'll do some more investigation on this one when we get home, but this is called Museum Station. I'm being a nosy bugger and going over the fence. So down there is the entrance to the tunnel. This is a vent for the railway tunnel. The railway line must come under just where I'm standing now. Straight across there, that's the air shaft. There's the air vent, meaning that's the route of the tunnel. And that's the entrance to Mdina. I wonder if this was some sort of moat or just earthwork where they could shoot at people. So I think the tunnel comes out pretty much where those buildings down there are, and then the route of the line went that way across to Valletta, which is over there. This is where we think the station was. We think that's the railings down to the platform. This little lot here are all part of the old station. After leaving the original Mdina station, the line is buried under a few miles of urban sprawl until this bridge just outside the walls of Valletta. So this is the only other bit of the actual line that's visible. This is the bridge that goes under the fortifications of Valletta. Pretending I'm a train. You've got to whistle before you go in the tunnel. Whee! That's where it originally came through. That's the other side of that wall just now. This is the ditch. And that there is more railway line. It's a tunnel. And the train finally emerges from that tunnel and goes along that last little bit into another tunnel under the government buildings. That's the other side of the ramparts. Came along here, and this is the government buildings, and the station was right here. So, what's Malta like at Christmas? It's actually really fun. It's completely buzzing. The weather has, for the biggest part, been rather pleasant. Things I've particularly enjoyed this trip is I've enjoyed the sort of slow pace of walking around the island an awful lot. And the other thing that's been fun is discovering history. I've loved looking at the old railway line, how bizarre, and we really enjoyed looking around all the places like the monasteries, the old churches. What I particularly liked is all the Christmas lights. If you go down Pool, you know, you're lucky if you get a Christmas tree, a couple of twigs, but here, all the streets in Valletta have got Christmas lights everywhere. So the only minus part is we've all been ill. I came over with a cold. Obviously I managed to pass that on to Ross and Mary, and we haven't been out and about as much as we would have liked as a family, but I think we actually did quite a lot of sightseeing, so we have actually seen a fair amount of, actually we've seen a lot of Valletta, and to some extent bits and pieces of Malta. But would I recommend coming to Malta for Christmas? Absolutely yes. The place is buzzing, the weather's been nice, and we've had a smashing time. See you in 2025.